Hello everyone. From now we are going to start our journey into the Unreal Engine. Unreal is a gaming engine which is developed by Epic Games. This was introduced as a game engine in 1998 and now the latest version we have is Unreal Engine 5. What is Unreal Engine means? See, just like when you work on a computer, we have an operating system. Say, when you purchase a computer, the first thing you do is you install an operating system like Windows or Linux or Mac OS, and what does the operating system do? It will give you the basic interface for you to use other applications or for you to work with the computer. So, it creates a workspace. Similarly, if you want to develop games, the games need a particular environment or the ambience or the development environment. Instead of doing everything from raw code, a basic game engine is generated, and this game engine is an operating system for every gamer. Now, Unreal Engine is used not only to generate high quality games, but it is used in cinema. To give you an example, all the latest films are made with the technology of Unreal, including Avatar 2. So, the entire cinema crew will stay within a huge studio which is covered with green background, and all the actions are carried out using Unreal Engine, because now you can generate realistic cinematic experience in Unreal. So now to explore this, we are going to start with making a short film. So now we are using Unreal Engine not for game development but for movie making. So I will just introduce you to this concept of how to make a short film in Unreal, and this is what we will cover in our first session on Unreal. Now the very first basic thing is you have to install this software and make your machine ready for Unreal. So let us start with that process now. Now before we install Unreal, we want to know whether your machine is able to work or is it able to use Unreal. So for this you have some minimum system requirement. For this, come to Google and just type Unreal minimum requirements. So if I just type Unreal minimum requirements, you have a link here, docs.unrealengine.com, and if I click on this link, this is going to open what are the recommended hardware and software requirement that you need for your machine. You have to go through this and you have to first determine whether your machine supports Unreal 5. Okay, most of the machines which you have purchased in last 4-5 years can be used to work on Unreal Engine. Now you have Windows, you have Mac OS, what is the requirement? For Linux, what is the requirement? So once you know the requirement, in the same page here, if you click on this Unreal Engine, you will come to the home page and you have one download button here. You can see the download button here. But before you download, you have to create an account. You should have your account, one Epic Game account. So to create this account, click on sign in here, and when you click on sign in, if you already have an account, you can use it, or you have an option here called sign up. So click on sign up and you use the option sign up with email. And when I click on this option, it asks for this country, then give your name. Say for example, I will give it the name as Krishna Satvik and the display name will be KRIS Sathvick, Chris Sathvick, and I am going to use the email ID. I am going to use my email ID and I am going to use a powerful, that is password here. Okay. So now once you use this password, now if you want to receive news survey, you can click it, but you have to compulsorily click this, have agreed this terms and service, and click continue. So when you click on continue now, a mail will be sent to your account. You can now see you have received a code in your email, and the code you can see here 828333. I have received this code. Now come back here and enter that code. So once I enter that code and when I click on verify email, now your account has been created. Okay. So now you are logged in as Chris Sathvick. So we have already logged in here. Now come to the download button. Now coming to the download button, it already shows you what is the minimum requirement you require, and here the first step you have to do is you have to download the launcher, Epic Game Launcher. If you have already installed any of the Epic game, then you might already be having this Epic Games Launcher, or otherwise click on download and this is going to download the Epic Game Launcher. So once it is downloaded, the next job is we have to install this package. Click on open and let us install this package now. So after some time you will see this Epic Games Launcher setup. Now come here and this is the default folder where this launcher will be installed. Click on install and then wait till this Epic Games Launcher gets installed. So it will do some updates. Wait till these updates are installed, and if updates are required, it will download the updates and it is going to install it. Then it will do some installation of prerequisites. So now you will see this launcher. I will click on sign in with Epic Games. Now with the account which I just now created. So if firewall asks you for access, you click on allow access here, and then with the mail that I just now created and with the password that I had given it, with just the account which we just now created, click on login now. So it will ask you for this bot setup, so that whether you are a human or not, this is going to test it here. So it is asking to select each image where a skeleton is riding the bicycle. Now you have this preparing the Epic Game Launcher. So it is welcoming you, and the very first screen that you are going to see is this Epic Game Launcher. And here on the left hand side you have a tab Unreal Engine. Click on this Unreal Engine tab now. So when come over here, you right now have no version of Unreal Engine installed. So the first thing we have to do is you have to click here install engine, or if you click on the arrow here, okay, I cannot choose the version because I doesn't have any version. Click on install engine and here you can choose the version. So right now the latest version is 5.0.3. I will select it and click here accept, and now choose the installation location. So remember, this is going to use 20, 30, 40 GB of space. So for that reason, what we have to now do is, before you do the install, see that you have sufficient space on your hard disk. Say for example, in my C drive, I doesn't want it to be cluttered with so much space. So what I will do is, I will use the other drive. Say for example, I will come here and I will come to E drive and I am going to give it the name as Unreal. So, I will create a folder called Unreal in my E drive. I will select this folder, and so you have the folder is E Unreal and you have the path. You can also choose create shortcut, and you also have the options here to select what all you need for installation. See, you can see editor symbols. It will take around, the basic software is 32 GB, and you can choose the target platform Android, iOS, Linux, and so these are the platforms that we have. Okay, so with all this set, okay, this is fine, and now we have only left this editor symbols for debugging is off because it is around 50 GB. Okay, so now with all these settings done, click on apply, and then now click on install. And now what happens is the machine is going to download around 25 GB of content, and this 25 GB of content will be installed on your machine, and this is not going to happen immediately. So, you have to wait for sometimes half an hour. It depends on your machine and internet speed. Sometimes it may happen in 15 minutes, sometimes it may happen in half an hour. So, you have to wait for this installation to complete. So, just patiently wait till the complete installation is over. Now, once the installation is fully over, you are going to see this window, and you can also see the list of installed plugins. So, I will just click no thanks here, and we have only one installed plugin, which is Quixel Bridge. Click close, and in Vault you can see it. So, this completes our installation. So, after installation, we are now going to launch Unreal 5. So, you can either click launch here, I will just click here, or I can choose various options here, and I will click launch here, and Unreal Engine will now be launched, and it will be opened for the first time on your machine. Okay, if it asks for any firewall permission, click on allow access here, and the first launch, it will take some time. It has to install some prerequisites, and it has to tune your machine, and again you click on allow access here. So, now you can see the Unreal editor is getting opened. So, once Unreal launches, it is going to launch with this blank screen, and on the right hand side you have various options like recent project, games, film video, architecture, and automotive. You have some ready-made templates available for all these options. So, right now what we are going to do is come to game. So, now here let us start with a blank project, and in the project setting you will have two kind of coding setting, blueprint and C++. Right now let us keep it at blueprint, and since you are launching it for the first time, you enable the starter content. So, let it be on so that you will get some assets to work on, and then you have to choose the folder where you want to save your location. Okay, again here this location should have sufficient space. The default location is your C drive documents folder. However, I will change this location from here to my E drive, and in E drive already my Unreal installation is inside this Unreal. I am going to create another folder here called Unreal Projects. So, I am going to use E Unreal Projects folder as my location. Select the folder. So, this is the folder that will be used, and give your project a name. I am going to name it as short_film. So, I will give it the name as short film, and now click on create. So, this is now going to create your project. So, when you are doing this, remember, do not enable the ray tracing option, keep that option off. If you enable ray tracing, it will take a lot of time to prepare the material. So, right now do not use ray tracing, we will come to that later. So, once your project is ready, your project will launch with this default scene. So, this is the default scene that you are going to see. So, now we have made our Unreal project ready and we are ready to work on it. So, after we have created the project, from our next session, we are going to first understand the basic interface of this software. Let us continue with our next lesson. Until then, bye.